What's up, guys? In today's episode, we're going to talk about Sasquatch. What's up, guys? So today we are talking about Sasquatch. Is he real? Is he fake? Is he an alien? I know our first episode we talked about aliens, kind of. We were a little drunk, so we didn't really talk about anything.
That's the point.
But today we're going to discuss Sasquatch, and we're going to give you a couple facts on Sasquatch and what some scientists believe he's all about, or she's all about, or it's all about.
I would say it, because
It's probably an
do we
alien.
really know?
No. Honestly, I don't even know if it's real.
I know. I don't know.
I don't know. So today we have, what we're going to do, we're going to set up a little bit differently. Instead of drinking just one beer, we're going to try out 3 beers a show, 3 different beers. And we have our glasses here, obviously 3 glasses each. We're going to split a beer per person. So just to highlight some of the beers we got today, this one here, we got a local favorite from Milwaukee Brewing Company. It's called Sasquatch. See what we did there? It's an ale brewed with sweet potatoes and pumpkin.
Oh,
So I'll put that right here so you guys can.
it's not bad. That sounds good, actually.
Yeah. And
I
then,
might like that.
how about you? Like this one?
Oh, man, this is my bread and butter, you guys. Okay, so this is Green 19 from Titletown Brewery, right? Right in the Green Bay area. I actually am an electrician, and I do work for them as an electrician, and I first got exposed to this beer from the owner of Titletown Brewery. He just gave me a free case because I did their electrical work, and I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally like you're drinking weed. It's to say it like that is the truth, and
Yeah.
I think that's why I like it so much.
Yeah, then this third beer that we have, Kona Brewing Company. I've had a couple of their products before. Never had this one, though. This is Longboard Island Lager.
Neither have I.
So I'm kind of interested to see what this one's going to be all about.
It looks pretty rad, though.
Yeah, it's got a little dude surfing on it.
Right? Yeah.
So I'm put that there. And, yeah, so we're going to uncork these suckers. They don't have corks, so we'll just uncap them and pour them in our cups. And, yeah, there it is.
Oh, man, I don't want the head on there, actually. Oh, no.
So, yeah, I mean, we're going to...
If you guys can notice, they're in progression order. So this is the Sasquatch. This is the Green 19. And this is the Longboard.
Yeah. So we're going to smell each one of these and give you our opinion.
Right.
The one we kind of sniffed them a little bit. These two kind of smell like weed and then skunk.
Right.
And
Yeah.
This one, I don't even know, honestly.
Yeah, that's okay. So initialize.
I mean, what's your opinion on that?
It's kind of sweet.
I don't smell any of the...
I smell like brown sugary.
I don't smell pumpkin, and I don't smell...
I smell pumpkin.
I don't smell any of it.
Man, just got a wicked nose then.
I smell like some weird cinnamon. I don't know why.
Okay, so overall...
It's like a tart cinnamon smell.
Okay, so the aroma is fairly faint, I guess you could say. Alright, so the Green 19. The Green 19 is like you just stuck your... I'm not kidding, guys. Like you stuck your face in a bag of marijuana.
It's
right?
like you just walked into the backstage of Wiz Khalifa concerts.
Yes,
like,
right.
It's like if Wiz Khalifa and Bob Marley were like in the room together.
Man, I don't know psychologically if I just really like that because I stopped smoking and maybe that's why I gravitated toward this. This is my favorite beer of all time.
Yeah,
so
I'm excited to taste that one.
Yeah.
Now this one's the...
Okay, this smells like you just ran over a skunk.
Yeah, it smells a little like Coors Light. Like...
Mixed with skunk?
It's like if you mix PBR and Coors.
And skunk?
Yeah, and skunk, and then you like threw it up the next day. You might have had some pizza or spaghetti.
This is straight up skunk urine.
I'm sure it'll taste fine.
Sure.
I've always trusted Kona's bottles of
Right. I
They've made some good stuff. Try their Big Wave too. Big Wave is one. We'll get on the show. We'll get Big Wave on here.
we'll get Big Wave up in here. You know.
Yeah. So, yeah. So let's try this one though. I want to know. You know.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Sweet potato Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, which reminds me. Obviously, we got to talk about Sasquatch. Yeah.
Yeah.
You tricked me, bro. Or like if anybody is like Trailer Park Boys fan, Sam Squanch.
Yeah.
I don't really like this show, but like that part that's pretty funny though. Calling a Sasquatch as Sam Squanch, I thought was weird. Yeah.
That's not bad. It's kind of sweet. I can taste the pumpkin spice.
Like it tricks your mind because when you go into it,
you think it's gonna taste like a lager.
Yeah, or even just
something.
like Pepsi. You're
Right.
like, oh, this is. I mean, look at this.
It's pretty dark.
Like this is Pepsi. Like it even fizzes like Pepsi. And then you go to taste it, and like even when you look into it like that, dude, it looks like cola.
Yeah.
And then you go to take a drink, and you're like, nah, cola.
It's not cola.
This isn't cola. This is cat piss.
Spear. Okay.
There's some nuts in there. I like it.
I can definitely taste the sweet potato. I really like sweet potatoes, but I don't know if I'd want to drink them ever again. But
Yeah, I don't think I'd buy a 12-pack of this.
no, I mean, I feel like maybe it might be something I might kind of every once in a while. Hey, let's try that again. But
Yeah, like you're carving pumpkins, and you're like, hey,
total holiday, seasonal beer for sure. You can tell without a doubt.
Yeah. So,
I couldn't slam more than 2 of these, and I wouldn't be able to slam even one of them. I would just sip on it, right?
Yeah. Now I have a fact. So now we're gonna get into this.
Okay, yeah. Now we gotta talk about Sasquatch,
and we're gonna move on. We're gonna stay on this beer for a minute here while we talk about it.
Let's just hang out, guys. Let's hang out a little bit, drinking and talking.
So, why do you have a good one to start off?
Okay,
with?
well, to start off, Sasquatch is a legend, right? It is a legend, folk tale, folklore, mythology that's been talked about for eons, and we've all heard about it. We've all probably seen a documentary on him.
Oh my god, yeah. There's so many. If you just go on YouTube and type in Sasquatch documentary,
Yeah, right.
You're like, oh shit, there's a lot.
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
But I actually had done some research, and Sasquatch potentially, they think, if he were to be real, maybe he would be extraterrestrial. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you think he's this gigantic, hairy beast type Wookiee, perhaps, you know, like Star Wars type deal, like Chewbacca, but otherworldly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just visiting.
Perhaps, or what is he doing here?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. That's always been an interesting thing.
Yeah, like if there was Sasquatch,
like it is Sasquatch, which also kind of brings me to one of the points I was going to touch on too.
Right.
It kind of ties in, like Sasquatch himself, or herself, or itself.
yeah, what is it?
I don't really know.
How do you classify something like that?
But I mean, the weird thing is, it's a human. Like they think it's a human mixed with like a big ass ape, or just like a version,
Like a hybrid?
Yeah, like either a hybrid, which would be fucked up, or like a giant ape that went extinct a long time ago.
Okay,
and then
yeah,
they
I
just
could see
have like
that.
a really fucked up mutated version of it that like survived.
Oh.
And he's just like clawing for dear life. Like, why am I living?
I could see that. That's a little more applicable through the logistics of science, evolution, whatever you want to call it.
It makes more sense.
It does. If it were to exist, this Sasquatch entity, I would feel like he would have to be like a prehistoric survivor.
Yeah. Now, they say the one thing that's kind of crazy, which if you...
Nice.
Dude, it gives off a good burp, too.
Does it?
Yeah, it
Not
gives
bad.
off a really good burp.
The more that I drink this, the more I actually like it.
Yeah, it's a nice burp taste. Like, you can...
It smells actually really good now.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
So it smells like chocolate beer. Like, I've had chocolate beer before, and that's kind of...
I'm not getting that vibe.
Really?
Yeah. I'm getting, like, sweet,
Yeah, maybe that's where I'm getting the chocolate
I don't know,
from.
just, like, sugary, like,
sugariness.
caramelized brown sugar.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm getting. Anyway, as I was saying, so according to scientists, and don't ask me how they got this, I have no idea.
But they're scientists.
They're scientists, so I'm sure there's some weird, crazy, insane way that they got it. They believe...
yeah, how do you get anything like
I
this?
don't know. They believe that Bigfoot can run up to 35 miles an hour.
Holy crap, dude.
Like, that's fast.
That's super fast.
And think about this. Now, this is wild.
Think about the average speed in a neighborhood, 25.
Yeah, dude, Bigfoot's running... He's going 10 over. Bigfoot's getting a ticket, dude. Bigfoot's getting pulled over by...
Bigfoot's getting a ticket, bro.
So, but think about it like this way, though. So, Bigfoot... If Bigfoot is a human hybrid with an ape, dude, what does that mean for us as humans?
Right.
Our potential to run at 35 miles an hour.
The capacity to be faster than Usain Bolt, dude.
I mean, dude, a Bigfoot, on average, they claim this too.
Right.
So 35 miles per hour with a 17-inch foot.
Think about the vertical.
And 7'11" for its height.
Holy cow.
That's like fucking Yao Ming and then like Nate Robinson on top of his shoulders.
Oh my God.
With like an extra
With,
couple
like,
inches on his
Crossbred
foot.
with a cheetah.
Running 35 miles an hour.
That's insane.
Dude, put him in the NBA.
Think about the damage he would do.
Think about the dunks.
Think about posting up, man. You couldn't break him.
Dude, you could do shit. He would kill you.
Probably literally kill you because he's savage.
You would die.
Savage.
Do you have another fact?
Okay, so I actually, oh, I'm drunk already. No, but
Oh, dude, if you take a big gulp, it's like not good.
I still kind of like it.
Yeah, I'm not falling for it.
I would drink another one of these actually. I would, but okay. So I was, it was a while back, right? And I had seen this documentary of Sasquatch, and apparently there's these diehard believers in Sasquatch, and they're going out researching this and that. They have like all of this evidence and how he has to be real. It's a documentary, so who knows if they planted it there for you or whatever.
Yeah.
But they had come along this town, and you'd hear all these crazy stories of happenings in the night, or, you know, your stereotypical, like, there's a monster in the town type deal.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this old lady that they went to, she was saying that it's like this myth and legend, but it's like a spirit instead of an actual thing.
Oh,
Right?
I see.
So, like, in the times of this, like, town, like, the way that the town was going, like, if it was a certain way, like, the mood of the town, or the ways of the people were at a certain point, or if you get what I'm saying, kind of, Sasquatch would appear.
That it, like, brought about this mythical...
Yes, like, it was manifested.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the idea that, like, with ghosts sometimes, like, some people speculate that when you're in a bad place in your life,
Yeah.
and you're, like, mentally broken down,
Right.
that ghosts, like, appear. And I believe, not 100%, obviously the spiritual thing is totally, like, legit. I believe, like, everything could be legit.
For sure.
But it makes sense that with your brain being broken down a little bit, that you're going to see shit. Like,
Right.
You're going to see some shit, and you're going to be like, that shit was real, man. Because
Yeah.
you felt it.
Well, who's to say it's not real? I mean, it's a cognitive experience, and who's to say what consciousness can do? And I mean, if this reality is made up by what our brains kind of process, it's not too far-fetched.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this Sasquatch is potentially a spirit. So when the town is doing whatever it's doing, they manifest this big hairy ape man type deal that, what does he do? I don't know.
He's got a 12-inch dick. A hairy ass fuck.
And if you withhold Slim Jims from him, he will come after
he
you,
will fuck you
as
up.
seen in those commercials.
Yeah, which before I state my last fact about Sasquatch,
Right.
We're gonna check out this beer number 2 here,
All right.
which is your favorite beer.
Okay, so this is Green 19, guys.
Yeah.
Right? You get ready.
Yeah, I haven't had this one yet. Actually, no, I had this one time.
Yeah?
I do remember having this one. And I do remember this distinctly, how the smell is.
This is my go-to.
Yep. Oh, my God. This is a good beer.
Actually, guys, it says on here that to use clean glassware for the best tasting experience. So we are getting the full ride right now.
Yeah, this is like the zipping pippin over at Bay Beach.
Super melodramatic.
Except you're not gonna get smoked in the nuts on the end.
And
Actually, you might.
And if you do it enough, you'll feel it.
Which I should say to the people who don't live in Green Bay, who've never experienced a zipping pippin. So what it is we have this amusement park called Bay Beach.
But we don't have anything worth talking about, so this is what we have.
This is what we have. There's no, sure, we can drive 3 hours to go to frickin' Six Flags. We're not going to do that because it's a waste of time. I hate roller coasters. I'm not doing it.
Me too. Me too. I don't want to put myself in a position where I can die.
Yeah, you get your head split off like in Final Destination. so we have this amusement park that's called Bay Beach, and recently, was it like 5 years ago now? It was like when we were in high school.
Yeah, for sure.
So they ended up getting what they claim is, which I think it's true, Elvis's favorite roller coaster ride.
It is a fact.
Yeah,
right.
So we got Elvis's favorite roller coaster ride called the Zippin' Pippin. Now, what you have to keep in mind about this ride, it's a wooden fucking roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's so unstable and it's so fucking old.
You feel like you're going to die.
You're going to die. It's not even like that crazy of a roller coaster.
And the last little bump totally rocks your shit because it's just like, it's a quick little bump. So you get shot up into the safety harness and your guts just explode, dude.
Yeah, it's like getting hit in the nutsack by Muhammad Ali. You get fucked. It sucks. It's bad. But anyway, so we're talking about this beer, which is actually from Green Bay, called Green 19. Smells like weed.
Let's try it.
Indian Pale Ale, so it's bound to taste.
It's an IPA.
Like oh, yeah.
It tastes like greatness.
It's like if you...
I'm biased, though, because I really like this.
It's like if you...
Yeah, tell them how it is, man. I can't tell them because they already know I love it.
It's bitter, which I like. That's the reason I like IPAs. But the best thing about it is the fact that you smell what you taste.
Yeah.
Like that's
it's very aromatic for your nasal.
Yeah. It's got a good color to it. It's
not
like
bad.
it's not like a pale color. It's
right.
It's not like this. You can clearly tell the difference. But as far as an IPA goes, it's not too dark and it's not too light.
No, I've had much lighter.
Which I like that. I'm not a big fan of light beers, but when it's like an amber type of color like this, it's a good in between.
I don't know, man. The spectrum for IPAs are kind of really hit or miss. I've had some pretty dark ones that were okay. I've had some pretty dark ones that were just like garbage, and I don't think I ever want to try them again.
Yeah.
And I've had some pretty light ones that were decent, but usually watery.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just Green 19 is my go-to.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Now, a disclaimer on this whole taste test thing. We have absolutely zero experience in judging alcohol. None.
But we're gonna do it.
But we're gonna do it anyway, to the best of our ability.
That's right. And hopefully we'll get better as we do it.
Whew, man, it leaves like I just left like the biggest air bubble.
It was a nice hit, bro.
Yeah, it was like I'm about to start coughing.
Yeah.
Like it just left that in me.
Green 19.
Green 19.
Maybe fans out there, especially in Colorado area, you know what we're talking about.
Ooh, shit. Yeah, that's a pretty good beer, dude.
I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Sasquatch.
Yeah, so my last Sasquatch fact. It's pretty great. It's probably one of the better facts that I've ever heard about anything in my life. So get this. So Sasquatch. God, I said it again, man. That beer is freaking me out. But so what happens is if you feed Sasquatch, scientists believe that there's an 80% chance that you will not die.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like there's an 80% chance that you're totally good because Sasquatch will be like, "Oh, dude, you fed me. Good job, bro."
Oh, so he's like friendly.
Yeah, he's friendly 80% of the time.
80%, but it still leaves the other 20%.
Which they claim if you don't feed Sasquatch and you start crying, Sasquatch will punch you in the face.
This is literally a fact?
This is legit. This is what I read. Obviously, it was on the internet, so who knows? Maybe it's
it's
fake.
gotta be true.
It was from a British source.
Oh, man, yeah.
So I'm not really 100% sure how far their research goes. I don't know about their Sasquatch.
Or do they just type it up? And
yeah, they might. I mean, I've seen some weird.
I would say that's pretty reasonable, though.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to not feed him and he were to come after you, what would he do to you?
I'm sure he'd just probably punch you in the face.
Well, I guess so.
He'd probably. I'm wondering if he had any like MMA experience.
Can you imagine this gigantic ape man who potentially could be a crossbreed of a mutation or an alien spirit disaster? He trains MMA on the weekends.
Yeah, he's trained by Tank Abbott to punch you right in the fucking esophagus.
That's right.
So let's try out this last beer.
All right.
This one is what was this one called again? I forgot. Longboard Lager, which was it Longboard? Are you sure?
I'm not
Let me double check.
Yeah.
Longboard Island Lager. That's what it was. This is by Kona Brewing.
It smells like skunk.
Yeah, these light beers definitely do though.
Yeah.
That's a. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the best way I could describe it is it smells like skunk.
Yeah, and it's not always a bad thing.
No, I mean, by any means. It does not taste like it smells, though.
No, it's got a weird... I will say it's a little watery.
Yeah. But sometimes that's all right.
Yeah, it's not...
I want to drink a lot of them.
It's not terrible.
Right.
Could be worse. Could be way worse. I like it. Good job.
I actually like this a lot. Yeah.
As far as light beer goes, it's not bad.
The drinkability is probably one of the most phenomenal beers I've had in a while.
Yeah, it like reminds me of, like I said, it's a smoother PBR. Mm-hmm. Like it really is. It's a much more refreshing.
Yeah, by any means.
PBR is way too. It's like a PBR in my opinion is like such a confusing beer, and I know that's not the beer we're drinking, so I don't know why I'm just it's the most relatable.
I just feel like PBR is a punch to the kidneys.
Yeah, and it'll never make it on this show. But PBR, in my opinion, is one of those light beers that will knock your ass out.
Yes.
And I have witnessed this firsthand. I will tell you a story.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
I will tell you a story, and some of my friends will back the story up. So it was senior year of high school. Now, this has nothing to do with Sasquatch. I don't give a shit. We're just going to go off on our own. So I was senior in high school.
Yeah.
Here, let me take another drink. I like this.
All right. Man, it's been we graduated in what, 2014?
About 3 years. Yeah. About 3 years ago. Yeah. Which is weird because it feels a lot longer than that, but
doesn't it?
It does. It feels like we've been out of high school for fucking 20 years.
Right, we're still fresh, man.
I'm literally 21.
21, right. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so senior year of high school, I think it was either right before we graduated. I'm not 100% sure on the timeline. That's how messed up I was. Like, I forgot where I was in time and space. Yeah. So I decided, I won't say my friends' names. They know who they are if they're watching this. I'm not going to throw them under the bus because I don't know what their family's going to think if they ever were to, see this. So, flashback a little bit. We go camping. We decide up in Crivets, which is up north from where we're at, about, 45 minutes?
45 to an hour.
We decide, we're going to go camping. And, so take our shit. It was a canoe campsite that I guess some of the guys have been to before.
So you paddle up and
you're supposed to paddle up. But what we did, we didn't have a canoe because someone broke the canoe.
Oh, God.
So what we did instead was we drove... Because you can drive, there's a back road to get there, too.
Sure.
So it was a mile away from the parking. So it was about a mile canoe trip. So we decided that we were going to drive and drop off some of the shit.
Right.
Or all the shit. And then two of us would drive back. and then walked together a mile back to the campsite.
Reasonable.
From the parking lot. And then what ended up happening was ridiculous. I can't even explain it. We get really drunk, really hammered, like hardcore hammered. I think only one of us wasn't super drunk.
Sounds very irresponsible.
It was. We're in the middle of nowhere, like on the lake.
Yeah.
Or the river, I should say.
Dude, one of you guys could have died.
Yeah.
Right? Fell in.
We could have died. We really could have. But what ended up happening was we drank so much PBR.
Oh, God.
And all I ate was Doritos.
Oh, it's a disaster.
And then what ended up happening was...
Oh, nothing's good.
No, nothing was good. So we saw the weather for the 3 days we were going to be there.
Okay.
Clear as shit. We were like, oh, we're good.
Oh, good time, man.
And then, of course, one of the friends, we're sitting at the table. He looks, sees lightning. We're like, fuck.
Oh, no.
It was like 4 o'clock in the morning.
You had a tent?
We had a tent.
Oh.
We were tent camping. We were quadding in the tent. We
Yeah.
had 4 dudes in a tent.
Oh, my God.
It was a big tent. I mean, we were comfortable.
I wouldn't do that.
But then
I couldn't even be paid to do that.
So, but the thing is, it started...
I would go in a tent, but now with 4 other dudes.
It started to rain. So we go over to the tent, and we're like, oh, shit. Someone forgot the rain cover.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
You don't have it on the site?
We didn't have a rain cover. They, lost it last time they went camping, and then they forgot that they lost it.
Figure to mention?
No. So it started... Well, we thought
Unprepared, kids. Yeah. Unprepared.
So we're super wasted. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's about to pour.
Yeah.
And our tent has no...
You guys are all just, tired as hell, too.
We're just like, holy fuck, what's up? We were literally just playing... We had headlamps on because there was no light.
It sounds like not a good time.
We had headlamps on. We were playing cards.
Yeah.
And we were just shit-talking to each other for, hours.
For sure.
And then it started pouring.
Okay, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it was
But the rain sounds like it's
funny, dude. And I remember it was pouring so hard, and we drove up there in my 99 Buick.
Nice, man.
And so that thing's
Man, that thing has lived for a while.
Oh, it's dead now.
Oh, I know.
It's dead now.
I know for sure.
But so we drove up there in that.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends, you know him. He was went off and did some military stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So he had what he was wearing was he had little short cadet
Makes
shorts.
Sense.
He had little cadet shorts
Makes perfect sense, guys.
with boot. I think he had his boots. Either his boots or his running shoes.
Probably both.
Yeah. And no shirt on. And if I remember correctly,
Oh, you couldn't find him with one on.
No, he probably had a dog tag on.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing ever, dude, he was drunk too. He's like, dude, I'm going off soon. He's like, it's perfect way for my training. I'll go run a mile and get the car. So he fucking ran a mile in the dark with just a headlamp on.
Oh, that's hard as hell,
To go
man.
and get our car while me and one other guy are huddled underneath the picnic table holding our shit.
And this totally sounds like something he would totally do. Even if he was sober.
And it was raining. And I remember my friend was like, dude, don't puke on me, dude. Don't puke on me. I'm like, dude, I can't guarantee anything right now. You don't even understand. I'm so drunk. I think I drank 14 of those beers myself.
That's awful.
And it was not a good idea. And I remember... it felt like a minute went by.
Right.
And he came back with a car, and he books it down. And he's like, dude, come on, guys, we got our shit. So I was like, dude, you're going to have to help me out of here. So he, puts my arm around him.
Yeah.
And he's taking me over there. And I have, just my backpack slung over my shoulder. And he's just, dragging me through the woods. Which was pouring.
I'm just picturing this because you have a cat shirt on, and I'm picturing you with a cat shirt.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was wearing, but I don't know, it's beside the point.
Right.
All I know is that I was being dragged through the woods, and the only thing I was saying to him was, I'm never drinking again. I'm never doing
Says
this
everyone
again.
at least 4 times in their life.
I'm like, dude, fuck this. I'm never drinking again. And I remember I got to the car. He plopped me in the front seat, in the driver's seat. The most wasted person in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, fuck. And then I fucking started puking out of my car.
Oh, no.
Thank God it was outside of the car.
So you didn't get it in the Buick.
But it was just Doritos and PBR, dude. That's all that came out. That's
can't
all
even
I came
think
out.
about that.
So it's hard. I can't really drink PBR to this day because that's all I smell. Is
Okay,
the
I
vomit.
wouldn't drink PBR if you paid me,
no.
and B, especially not after that.
Yeah, long story short, that was a really long story, but we ended up sleeping in my car, and I couldn't get the stinky men sweat and drunken beer vomit out of my car.
Stop.
I couldn't get that smell
story
out
is done.
for the rest of the summer, dude.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so...
The Buick lived a good life.
It did.
Rest in peace.
So, Well, I mean, we tried a couple of beers here.
Right. Talked
stuff
about
that
some
we like.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, I gotta finish mine, but I will. So I mean, I felt we talked about some stuff with Sasquatch, just informed you a little bit on some facts.
That's right.
And gave you three beers that we think you should try.
Yeah, man, go out and try these. You might like them. Experience some new horizons, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's all the time that we have for this episode. So hit that like button. Comment the next topic you think we should do. This was actually derived from a comment that we had received.
For sure. So we are very active with our commenters. And make sure you guys subscribe and share.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time.